Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Forgotten Farm. My name is Jeff, and you join me here. It is a little bit after 7 AM. We've been out spraying now for a good couple of hours. We've got the other field, a couple of fields done down the way. And the reason we're out so early is that the wind is supposed to pick up and be very brutal later on. So I wanted to get this in and on the ground before the wind did pick up, because we're running out of time to get this done. And as you can see, the weeds have really shot up here. So we're in the sugar beet now, and we're going to roll over onto the potatoes as well and get that covered up. We are putting down a broadleaf herbicide just to kill off as much of the this weed, and I'm not sure what it is, like a ragweed really, I think, but it's a nuisance, that's what it is. I have the case parked down the bottom there with a little bit extra left in a Bowser. If we need to, we can use it, but we'll see how we fare up. But yeah, all in all, it's being covered nice and easy. It's a good job that we need to get done and get done early, so I'm quite pleased that we have. What I think we'll go and do, we'll just turn it off. I'm going to fold this up because I don't want to crack it off a tree. We're going to have an interesting day today. We're actually going to be looking into, we're going to try and establish a bit of a hedgerow up the middle here between these trees, and then once that's done, we're going to wield the chainsaw again and take down these trees, because once these root 2 fields have been harvested, the trees are coming out with, this is going to be one big field. So as part of our leaf scheme, Lincoln Environment and Agriculture, that we've signed the farm up to here, we need to increase our trees and the hedge lines rather than remove them. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Because we're going to take out these 4 or 5 trees here, we're going to increase the foliage along this border. But that will all occur as soon as we get this all finished, get this field sprayed off. But we're making some good progress actually. Everything else is going in very well. We were able to get that field behind us all worked over and finished off just yesterday. So that's all done and dusted, which is quite pleasing actually to get to this stage. There we go, we'll just sit there. So that's ready. It's been sprayed off for pre-emergence as well, so it's actually ready to have any. I think we'll probably put spring barley into that one as soon as we can. It'll be a nice little change up. And then hopefully all being well, we'll look to get around to that in the next few weeks. Ideally, what we want to be doing as soon as we get this all finished is to turn our attention to the spring crops that are in the ground still. So we've got barley, we've got oats, and we've got beans. So we really need to get those done as soon as possible, really. To do that though, it means that we have to look at the combine and get the combine out of the shed. So that will be our next task after we get this done. Probably look into that over the course of tomorrow. If we're unable to get it firing, we'll have to see if we can get a contractor to come in to give us the helping hand, because at the moment there it is not doing anything, frankly. So we need to see about that. But yeah, that's another job we can always focus our attention on. Out of all the equipment we started with, the combine is the last one that has yet to be fired over there. I've bought a new battery for it. We're going to stick that on. If it starts up, it'll be incredible. It's been sat for a long time without anything, so it might well need a bit of a boost, but we'll figure that one out tomorrow. But for now, we're going to continue around this field here. We're doing all right for where are we on the meter there? Oh, we're about halfway through at the moment there, so we're doing well. We're doing well. It's a bit bouncy in here. We're currently going across the ridges on the potatoes there, so it's a little bouncy. Get ourselves into the corner. We have the row crops onto the ford. I'm going to be keeping these on here for a while. We've got the Fent in the case to do any other work, and I'd like to try and get a front tank for this actually, just so we can get a bit of a better spraying outfit. Because that will open up a whole lot of opportunities there that we could actually get around and do a little bit of extra work. So that's something that does appeal to me. Stop there. Maybe even get GPS put into here so we can do vary rate application, because that will be a completely new and interesting feature. But anyway, I'm going to continue watching as the sun slowly rises behind me here. We'll get this all sprayed up here, get the machines back up to the shed, and then take it from there. We actually have to go and pick up a tree planter. So yeah, that'll be job number 2. So we'll come back to you when we all get this wrapped up and done. Alright then, we're back. We have all finished up. We've just been to pick up the tree planter that we can use to get this hedgerow in. Got some saplings on board as well. So we're just coming back through the village here, Riverview, and we're going to take us back up to the yard. Well, we'll see how it's going. Now, I think this is quite the drill. Unlike anything I've ever used before, I'll be honest there. What I think we'll have to do is, it does have like a kind of a rotavator on the front of it, so I don't think we'll need to work the ground over first. Famous last words, of course. We'll give it a go there. We'll see if we can get these all planted in, and then if we do, then great. We're looking good. And all we'll need to do after that is just keep an eye on them and then remove those other trees, really. So we should be in a great shape. And then once that's done, like I say, when the two root crops are harvested, the potatoes and the sugar beet, that's when we'll get the plough out and we'll just roll those two fields into one bigger one and get some wheat put into there, I think. We just need to kind of wait for it all for those crops to be finished. I've got someone lined up to come in to harvest those. That's not a problem at all, but yeah, we just need to kind of sit tight and wait on that front. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this works. I've never used such a piece of equipment. We borrowed it for the day, so hopefully it doesn't take any longer than that. And trees are expensive, it turns out. This little tree, the one in the back here at least, that box of saplings is not cheap for what it is. But yeah, it's hopefully going to change the outlook of this farm a little bit. Make the fields a little bit more efficient, a little bit more practical as well, which is always what we kind of strive to do here. So what I think we'll do, not sure how well this will work, but hey, we're about to find out, folks. Lower that down there. Let's be powered up. Let's go have a look, see what's happening there. Apart from revving the fence. Oh lord, look at that. That's menacing. We've got a tree in there. What we're going to try and do is stick to this tree line. We might have to, obviously, we'll lift up and work around the trees that are there already. Let's see if this is going to work. Well, this is the definition of failure. Borrowing a tree planter and not being able to actually plant any trees. So we're going to have to hand plant the saplings in between here. For whatever reason, I just can't get that to work. But that's not a problem at all. We can still go and unleash havoc with the chainsaw. So I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take these down. We're not going to chop them up. We're just going to leave them. I fancy getting a man in to come and just carry them away as they are. Probably a little bit easier. So with that in mind there, like I say, we'll just pop around the corner. We'll get all these, kind of get these all picked up. Chop down, we'll lay them in the field for now until we get the beet and the potatoes cleared, at which point we can come in and really clean them out with a bit more accuracy, really. And we'll just give that a chop there. Alright, number one down. It's a shame to cut these down, but like I say, we are going to try and reinstall some along this hedgerow here. I want to keep as many trees and the environmentally friendly as possible, but I would like to just also increase the size of this field, so it's kind of stuck both ways, really. Those potatoes must be ready to go. And number two, down she blows. It's very addictive cutting down trees, I must say. Oh lord, let me follow me. I will leave that one at the end there, that's fine. So what we'll do, we're going to do this, and then I'm going to go and bring down the loader. We'll bring down the loader, whereby we're going to look into hand planting some of these saplings. Get rid of that. So we can Kind of space them out evenly in between the trees there because the sapling planter wasn't quite doing what I wanted it to. And we'll see how it goes from there. So I'll be back with you in a couple of moments where I'll be putting my green fingers to use. I now officially announce Project Extender Field underway. I have been busy. So we've got a few more pallets of saplings brought over. You can see these are the small ones, the pines that we tried to put in with the machine. We've put in some birch as well, and some maple, and then also a few little hedge plants. So like these little ones here are kind of hedge plants just to start the hedgerow off there, and we'll see how that goes over time. Probably add a few more in. I'm half expecting the deer to come in and annihilate most of this, but we'll see. The aim is just to get this nice bushy hedgerow like we have over there. All being well, so that's going to be good. I've got another pallet load of saplings that we're going to leave for now because we might use those later, so we'll pop those back into the cold storage up at in the workshop there, I think, for now. And we'll see how that all goes, but yeah, that's all very good. Very happy with how that's all coming together, and it's going to be looking quite nice actually once it's all done. Still gives plenty of nesting environments for the birds around here, and allows us still though to be able to take out the middle of this field and make it into one big field, which is always going to be good. Sugar beet though, as you can see, is looking well. Probably want to get a contractor in to pick this up shortly. I'm hoping it'll all fit over there. That's the plan at least. And we'll take the case back now because it's still all turned on. And then yeah, we'll use this as a pad for now, just to stick all the sugar beet onto, and we'll get to it if and when we need to sell it off. Although we might keep some of it for the cattle when they arrive, because that'll be quite good fodder for those guys. And up we go. So, one of our next jobs is to go in there and tackle the combine. I have a new battery, like I mentioned, that needs to go on. We need to get that looked into to see if that's going to be the or we need to fix the issue. Let's actually put these here. It could be, if it is more than that, oh well, we'll have to see. But it's likely going to want, if we can get it going, assuming all the oil is good, it'll likely want an oil change anyway, which we can always do. Let's stick this into here. And we'll wander on down and bring up the fence again. So it's been a successful morning so far. Got a lot done. Achieved loads, which is always fantastic. I don't have to return this quite yet, so I'm going to just keep it on the tractor up the top yard for now. And then I wonder if I bring the truck down. No, we'll use the... We'll keep the fence nearby here, just in case we need to jump start the combine. That might make more sense. And then yeah, we've got a few more stumps to grind out here, which we'll look at doing over the course of the next few days. Because then we're going to scrape this yard clean here and see what we can do in terms of getting any foundation in here, really, for a hard stand for a new shed that we'll be looking to bring in. Because this one, it does look like we have a fair bit of storage now, but this will be full of straw at some point. Okay. As you can see, in desperate need of a wash, if nothing else. So, like I say, we did replace the battery on it. Battery was put on, it's a brand new one, so here's hoping. Let's see if this is going to start. Listen to that on the button, people. What an absolute dream. Alright then, I'm going to bring this out into the yard, I think, and we'll leave it for a little while, just ticking over. I want to... the next job for this is going to be to get it all washed down and serviced up. Oh, the brakes are sticking a little bit though. It's not moving all that quickly. But I guess the main thing is that it is moving, right? That's the good news. Can't see what I've got behind me though, so I think we're doing okay. So we've probably got in the region, well, of crops that are ready to go now. At least there's, we've got a largish field of oats down at the south there. That's probably in the realms of about 17, 18 acres to work on that. So we need to get that up and running for that one. And then there's a lot of soybeans up this way that we need to get into as well. So this needs to get running sooner rather than later. Otherwise, if it's not going to run all the way through, then we'll look at getting the contractor in just to get this going for now, really. But it's good news that it's running. We're going to stick it into the yard here next to the fuel tank and the jet wash, and we'll see if we can get it cleaned down at least. And then from there, we'll bring out the header, see if it sieves everything over, check all the belts, see what they're all looking like. Because it's been sat for a long time. What I did do was go to the local dealer and just pick up a whole supply of general belts that can be used on here. And then we'll get those fitted where possible. But we'll leave that run for a little bit longer. It's looking used. It is looking used, folks. But still, great to see it's out and about. So what we're going to do, we're going to look into getting that working. I'm going to fiddle on with that and tinker on, get it all functional as I would like it to be. And then, yeah, that's something that we'll check into later. We'll leave that one ticking over for a little bit longer before we go in, before we knock it off. But yeah, it's great news to see that it's actually, it's moving. That's one relief off my mind. So we will leave it here. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this episode of The Forgotten Farm. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly agrees to host everything on his channel. And we will see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, happy farming.